Hey guys, it's November now, so we need to change the winter wheels, so I'm gonna show you how to change wheels on a Tesla Model S. First things first, get your winter wheels, make sure you have the TPMS sensor in them so it can communicate with the car. Then you'll need an impact driver and a jack, and I'll show you what you need to do inside the car. Okay, now we're inside of the car, so first things first, I'm gonna put suspension a little bit higher, just so we can have the car a bit higher up so it's easier to jack it up. Then what you're going to do is go into service and jack mode. So it says that car is in the jack mode, so that helps us lift up the car without the suspension adjusting itself. So let's go back out. Before jacking up the car, make sure to put a brick under the wheel, so just in case the car doesn't roll away. Then you're going to take your jack and put it under, and you can find the jacking point on a Tesla. It is, it's hard for me to see now, but yeah, right there is a jacking point. Make sure to put it on a jacking point. If you don't, then you might bend the body of the car. So the car is up, and actually you can get away with jacking it up only in one place. If your jack is big enough, it actually lifted both sides of the wheel, so I don't need to do it 4 times, I can just do it 2 times. And it's always a good idea to put something underneath, just in case the car drops, so I always put a wheel under the car, no matter what car it is. So now, we're going to get our impact gun. And unscrew all the bolts. Once the bolts are off, we can pull off the wheel. And we're going to be replacing center caps from this wheel to that one, because those are kind of ugly. And then it's going to just go back on. And then we put on the wheel, and I'll show you what we do later. I just can't do it with one hand. Now when the wheel is sitting on the top, on the hub, you still don't have the lug nuts on. So we're going to put on the lug nuts first with hands, a few twists, so we know that it's going correctly on the tread. And now when they're all a little bit on the tread, we're going to go with the impact driver, and we're going to gently go in a star wave pattern and tighten it lightly, like a little bit firm but not too much, and then we're going to tighten it harder once the car is on the ground. There we go. And once it's on the ground, we need to use the, couldn't remember the word. Yeah, so once it's on the ground, you need to use a torque wrench to torque it to spec, which I will do off camera. Then you need to do it for all 4 wheels, and then I'm going to show you what you need to do inside on the screen to make these new wheels work with the car. Okay, all 4 wheels have been changed, so now I'll show you what we need to do to make it in the system. So when we're in the car, we go out of jack mode. I already did that. You just press it and it goes out. It didn't want to press in the beginning, but then I waited like 10 seconds and it was all good. So, and then you go to wheel configuration. We had 21s now, but now we changed to 19s. You can choose the design, which doesn't really matter that much, but it's gonna appear on the display. I chose the wheel size 19 because they were the 19s, the ones that we put on now. The winter wheels, of course, if you still have 21-inch wheels on your winter tires, then you don't actually need to change that, but I think you still need to do this to get the reset of TPMS sensors. So we click confirm. So this takes about a few minutes and car just goes dark. As I can see, it still hasn't calibrated the TPMS sensors, so maybe I need to reset them in the system, but I'm gonna do it a little bit later when I'm further away from the old wheels, because it still might read them, I think. It has happened to me once before that it had problems with activating the new sensors, so I need to drive a bit away and try to reset it then. Okay, so I still don't have a reading on the sensors, so I'm gonna go here into service and reset the sensors, and then you're gonna get the message that's been reset successfully. And after a little bit of driving, the sensors have been registered, and now I can see the pressure, and that's it. That's how you change the wheels.